So a quick video today going through some of the updates, the Potensic Atom SE drone that we reviewed on the channel a little bit ago. And I thought I'd share those with you. So, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean nobody saw the video? People saw the video. Well, if you didn't see the video on the Atom SE, I will put a link in the description so that you can go ahead and take a look. And it's really a dandy little drone for the money. But before I talk about the updates about the Atom SE firmware that came out, let's talk about a new product that came out in cooperation with this. Potensic came out with a parallel charging hub, which is a new product for them. Now you can full charge 3 batteries simultaneously in 90 minutes. And it's not one after the other. It will do 1 or 3 in 90 minutes, which is pretty cool. Now I'm hopeful these batteries and charge will work with the new 3-axis Atom that's going to be coming out like next month or so. So you can fingers crossed with that. And I did use this and it just works. It has all the accessories you need, including the hub itself, the one battery I mentioned. And it does come with this dandy little charging kind of adapter here. And you might think that's just a simple thing, but indeed, a lot of companies now are cheaping out and they may give you a little USB connector, but not the hub to plug into the wall anymore. This kind of becoming scarce. So for them to include the one battery, the charging pump itself, and the full charger is a nice in the kit here. And I'll put that price up here so you can go ahead and check that out. And also a thing that's kind of cool is that you can take this and put this right in the case. Now it's just a little bit tight up in front there, but really the entire thing then fits in the case. So if you want to have all of this stuff in the case at one time, you don't have to worry about it. You can put it all in the case. I like to have it all together so I don't forget something. But there was enough room that it actually fits the entire charger right in the case, which is dandy as well, right in the front. Now the price for the charger with the one battery is not super cheap, but if you think about what it costs you typically for the battery is going to be anywhere between $60 and $100 nowadays. Of course, Potensic is awesome and they sent over a discount code exclusively for Alien Drones viewers. And I'll put that discount code on the screen here and I'll put it in the description so that you can go ahead and take 10% off of that as well. So this is a cool little item that is worth checking out for the Atom SE. Now I also wanted to mention that Potensic did come out with a firmware update just recently for the Atom SE. And that's something nice that Potensic is doing, even on the low-cost version like they have here. They're pushing firmware updates, so if they find something that maybe didn't work or they had some complaints on or something to just do better, they can push it through the firmware, and they're keeping up on that right away. It's only been a couple of months since release, and they're already updating the firmware. So that is a bonus for Potensic. I give them credit for that. Now, it did include the firmware upgrade for the drone and for the flight controls firmware, and included things like the one-button takeoff improvement, the flight speed of the video and normal controls, the stability of the GPS and Opti mode, and safety auto return, meaning the return to home when you run out of battery. So I did take the Atom SE out and tried the updated firmware, of course, but before I get to the results of that testing, I wanted to mention something that I talked about in the last Atom test video. Because it only has EIS and not that 3-axis gimbal, the wind speed is super important so you don't have to fight the horizon tilt. I used to look at the local weather for the wind speed, and it's better if you can be locally and actually see what's going on, because I did find some areas that if you have some local geography or some hills or anything, your wind that's getting reported might be a little different. So one way you can do this is with an instrument called an anemometer. And I happen to have one of the anemometers here that I use, and this one's from TopTes. And it's really a dandy little unit. It's pretty small, so you can just kind of take it and throw it in a little bag that comes with it and throw it in your bag. It has so many features on it for the price, and it's really inexpensive. It has things like temperature, humidity, wind speed, has a min-max function on it, so you can hold that so you can see what it was, data hold, and it has a backlight in it. Of course, I always like that backlight. And it also has the possibility of changing pretty much every unit from miles per hour to the wind speed to the temperatures in Celsius. So you can change everything so that it works for you as well. Now, overall, it's really a simple device to use and it just plain works. And TopTes was nice enough to send over, again, a discount just for Alien Drones viewers that I'll put here that will take an extra 10% off as well. And of course, I'll leave links in the description so you can go take a look if you're interested in this. And by the way, I'm going to give one of these brand new ones away. And I'm going to tell you how to do that coming up, so stay tuned for that. So as I mentioned, I did test out the firmware on the Atom SE, and including the one-button takeoff, and it worked just fine for me, as you can see here. and it seemed as stable as ever. Now, I did see that some people mentioned that the one button takeoff caused the drone to kind of veer sideways sometimes. I didn't really have that problem, but in all honesty, I never really tried the one button takeoff because I like to do things manually, so I have control of how high up it goes and things like that. But regardless, I did try it here and it worked just fine. So if you had a problem with it not maybe being stable with that one button takeoff, hopefully this will fix it for you. Also, they said they did some updates for the video speed versus the normal speed. And it seems about the same to me. I thought it worked okay before, but I took it out and it certainly did work. And now I had great stability, so when they said they added stability, I'm not sure exactly what it corrected because I had a pretty good luck before, but hopefully it's even better than what it was before. Now the return to home, as you remember last time when I did that return to home, it was maybe like 10 or 12 feet off the one time, so it was quite a ways off. And I did a few low battery tests on this new firmware, and every time it came down about the same, and even in the same place actually, and really it was only like 3 or 4 feet off the pad. So if I can use my limited testing as how they improve this, it looks like they reduced the distance being off by about 2/3 or so. So from maybe 10, 12 feet to 3 or 4 feet. So that's pretty darn good. So I want to make sure that I remind you that Potensic is going to be coming out with that 3-axis gimbal version of the Atom pretty soon. So I'm excited to test this out for you. So if you want to see this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that when it comes out. And don't forget, tick that like button. I always appreciate that. If for no other reason, then you can do something nice today. So if you want this TopTes anemometer for free, here's what you got to do. Simple. One, of course, you have to be a public subscriber to the channel. 2, you have to like this video. 3, drop a comment down below on how much wind speed you think is too much before you shouldn't fly your drone. Let's say the Atom SE. And 4, this isn't really a rule other than you need to be in the lower 48. I'm sorry, because I've tried to ship things internationally and it just becomes too much of a hassle with electronics and things. So apologies, but you do have to be in the lower 48. So hopefully that works for all of you guys. So then I will pick a winner 1 week from the day that this video is published, and I'll put the winner in the description. So if you come back and check the description and you see your name there, you just have to contact me with the email that's in the About section of the YouTube homepage here. And that way I'll know that you saw it when you send me that email. I'm not going to search you down. You're going to have to do that. So you'll have 3 days then to contact me once I pick the name. And if you don't get it in time, I'm going to put it back in the queue and I'm going to give it away again to somebody else. So, you know, you snooze, you lose. So make sure you come back and look and make sure, and then I will ship this out, free shipping and everything to the person who wins. So that's it for today. Good luck to you. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.